Hi guys, this is Let's Get Over Harry with Jade Lotus, and Jade's got some great information, so we're going to get some information out of her on why, and this is not a joke, why penis size actually doesn't matter when it comes to sex, sexual alchemy, and having fun with women. So, go away.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, people are quite obsessed with penis size as being sort of the defining factor of good sex. You know, I would say that I don't agree that it's the defining factor of good sex. I mean, obviously you have a range of penis size. You have ranging from, there are some guys who I've had as clients that the penis is so big, yeah, they can't actually penetrate a woman, yeah, which is a bit gutting, yeah, to be honest, you know. And then you have all the way down to like guys with micro penises, which might be sort of the size of my thumb, you know. Now, I mean, that's, wow, yeah, that's quite, but most guys will say it's going to be within, yeah, erect, wow, okay. About that size, yeah. But with most guys, it's going to be within, say, 4 to 8 inches is probably a normal kind of size, you know? Yeah. And, I mean, a lot of both men and women think, you know, that, yeah, like, you know, a penis size is the most important thing, but a lot of the problem is actually what's happening is people are having sex in the wrong way. I mean, now obviously it helps as a woman if you do exercises, if you use a jade egg and you exercise your vagina and your yoni muscles.
Why would that be important for this?
Just to have the muscles strong. It's good
to
exercise all muscles.
Contract when
yeah, you put an egg inside and you contract it, you know. Now, having plenty of orgasms will keep your muscles as well in a healthy state, you know. But say, for example, if you're not having that many orgasms, it's definitely helpful to like use a jade egg to exercise. Definitely, you know, I would say that. But then the thing is, like, people are going completely about sex the wrong way. So if you think the vagina is, it's a hole, but it's not really a hole. What it actually is, it's like layers of muscles, yeah, like even inside the vagina you have like 16 different tendons holding all these muscles into place around the vagina, and the vagina can squeeze very, very tight, or it can be loose as well. Okay, so I mean, I started learning this Taoist practice, and when I started learning about jade egg, one thing you learn with the jade egg is that the vagina actually has this reflex to suck on the penis. So we use it with the jade egg, and actually what you need to do to get this reflex to activate you, first of all, you need to be like really connected with your lover, and basically you need to stop actually pushing things inside her. Now, I mean, like when you're starting with the fingers, play with the fingers and wait to actually feel like a sucking for the vagina to suck inside. Don't just push your fingers in like this, because what you're doing when you're pushing the fingers in is you're actually like relaxing and deactivating the muscles and stopping the muscles from working properly. And the same when it comes to penetration with your penis. Again, rub the penis here and get it so that the vagina is actually sucking on the penis, and then just start off doing slow, shallow penetration, because the shallow penetration is actually going to be like rubbing the G-spot and basically like activating the muscles. Shallow penetration in terms of the Taoist. So that you're just going in sort of just the head end, yeah. Okay. And what happens is more and more you're gonna be like just getting the vagina tighter and tighter. So if you have a smaller penis, it's actually like, in a way, you can, even a very, very small penis, what you can do is you can actually like learn to activate the vagina, you know. And maybe like a very small penis, it might be more difficult in some way, but it's still like it's possible to do it, you know. And then when you get up to like maybe something in more within normal size range, like say 4 inches, 5 inches, 6 inches, you know, you're completely within sort of quite a fine size to basically be able to get the vagina active and the muscles tight. But what you need to be doing, like the penetration, really with like a connection with the woman and really getting the muscles active. And it's almost a little bit like when I talk to you and I hold your eye and we hold the contact and I hold it, and that's kind of in a way what you're trying to do with those muscles. You're trying to get them kind of sucking, you know, almost the way that a baby would suck on a breast or something like that, you know. So you know, and also the sucking feeling, like, is much, much nicer for me, because I find actually if I'm having sex and something like puts me off, like I'm feeling a bit nervous or a bit scared, I do notice my muscles just kind of relax, and it just feels a bit like I don't really feel connected with it, you know. I don't really feel connected with what's going on. Whereas if I'm really into the person and I'm feeling really connected, then it just feels like tighter basically, and there's much more of this kind of, you know, sucking, and especially if you're using the Taoist penetration technique, which is using the shallow and then alternating with deep. So you're going shallow, 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 maybe 9 times, and then deep all the way. And what actually happens is the vagina starts literally like sucking onto the finger, you know. And then as well, like, you know, the orgasm, obviously, like, it's a kind of sucking, or it's a grabbing, you could say. It's more like a grabbing, you know. But through the shallow and the deep, and the shallow and the deep, and being like really controlled with it, you can create this real like suction of the vagina, a vacuum, exactly, you know. Because there's some women, and they actually get through a trauma, what can happen is the vagina can become so tightened, it's called vaginismus, and you can't even penetrate with a finger, you know. But obviously, like, you don't want it to that extreme, but you just want to get it like nice and tight to the level where you're fitting with each other, you know. And a vagina, it can expand, obviously it can expand to give birth to a child. It can also contract a lot, and it's just about, it's almost like tuning in the muscles to the right place.
Right. And so when women say, for example, as a criticism, that they need a big penis, then what you're saying in a way is
they need to use a jade egg.
You to stop practicing these vagina muscles. The vagina muscles are being not used properly.
They're not being used properly, and also they're not having sex with someone that knows how to have sex. So they need to basically use a jade egg. They need to start practicing doing exercises with their vagina.
That's not an opinion that is going to please many people, because that you're saying there that it's not another person. They need to do the exercises. They need to do the work. So they need to do. It's partly your fault as a woman. Then
it's not about fault or not fault. You know, it's like, I go walking, I go running, I do tai chi, I go rock climbing, I do exercises to keep my body healthy. Why should I not keep my vagina healthy as well? You know, my vagina is important to me. I want it healthy, so I exercise it with a jade egg, you know. And it's the same, you know, with any part of our body that we want to exercise. You know, through meditation we exercise the mind, and I think, you know, exercising the vagina to get the vagina that we want is what's perfect. And I mean, however our partner is, you know, but like a lot of rough sex and pounding in and out with a large penis, it is going to damage those muscles, you know.
That's another point. So do you feel like a bigger penis could actually damage if they're not careful?
Oh,
like, it can really hurt.
It can hurt. It can physically be painful, especially if you're having disconnected sex with a lot of just ramming in and out, you know. Because you can go, okay, sex is like this, you know, but then you have, obviously we were talking about the shallow penetration, shallow and deep alternating. Then Master Chia, he talks about this screwing technique that both the man and the woman can do. There's so many different ways to play around with penetration, with the interaction of the penis and the vagina. Even, I mean, I find it really pleasurable just to put the penis inside and just hold for a little bit, you know, in that position as well. You feel like a lot of energy sort of moving in that way. So I mean, there's so many ways to have sex, and I guess people have got quite unimaginative about it, you know. And about, you know, if someone isn't happy about what I said, I mean, about, for example, that a woman should exercise her vagina, it's really up to her how she wants her vagina to be. If she's got a man with a massive penis and her vagina feels fine, why bother exercising? You know, it's completely her choice, you know. If she feels like she wants to have more tightness in her muscles, go ahead and exercise, you know. And it's the same, like, that it's good also for the men to exercise, you know, their sexual organs as well, you know, and exercise their muscles, exercise their bodies, you know, for lovemaking, and also just for general health. Because when both men and women, when the muscles are not working well down below, it also can lead to, like, well, incontinence, you know, but then also, like, just the energy leaves the body, you know. And actually, when a woman, like, if your muscles down below are in a good state, you don't get very many wrinkles, and you don't get like the chin sort of dropping down, you know. But when your muscles in the vagina are not in a good state, it actually reflects in the face that you age, basically, and that the muscles are kind of hanging down here and
all
wrinkling
connected.
and things
so if
like
this is not working properly, then nothing else will.
Because it's like, you know, imagine if these muscles are just sagging down, all the organs inside are going to just sag down, you know, because the diaphragm down here is actually holding all our organs into place, you know. So really, I think, like, I mean, the way I had sex before I knew about all this stuff and the way I have sex now is very different, because I used to just think a guy going bam, 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 like this inside me was the normal way to have sex. And now I realise it's not actually that great to do that, and there's loads more ways that are actually much more pleasurable when you get into it, you know. So, yeah,
that's powerful. So thank you for explaining how penis size actually doesn't matter, and the women and the man can do work. to make that more pleasurable. So thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
and a man can, by the way, a man can exercise his penis. He can massage his penis through like semen retention and through self-massage. So that's massaging your penis this way and not that way, because going like this will actually make your penis smaller. If you
Really?
massage only this way, you can grow your penis by about 2 inches. I have a client that grew his penis
Wow.
by about
So how do you do
2.
it? So pushing up.
You just go squeeze here and pull it this way. You don't go backwards and forwards.
Okay.
And this guy, he grew his penis by about 2 inches in like a couple of months after I taught him this
Good.
exercise.
Yeah, so
So,
cool.
so there's actually, you know, and also like even the meditation, actually meditating with your penis, bringing energy into your penis, because
Testicle
massaging
breathing?
in
Ovarian
this way,
breathing? Kind of like-
absolutely,
yeah,
absolutely,
powerful.
sexual alchemy, massaging this way to bring the energy to the head but not back again, that's going to be bringing all the blood, and absolutely you can squeeze the muscles, you can exercise the muscles, and you can add a couple of inches onto your penis size as well.
Cool. So there's ways that even the Chinese talked about, Taoists talked about that. So
Yeah.
they were interested as well for people that wanted to increase their penis.
And in terms of your erection, getting a stronger erection, just squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze, release. When you have an erection, this is going to help the blood flow into the penis as well. And then just general massaging this whole area, because you think about it, what you're trying to do is bring a healthy blood flow into the penis, bringing healthy energy into the penis, you know. And even what we've been doing, the inner smile, the 6 healing sounds, can make a difference because of the reflexology zones of the penis, because actually like what's the most pleasurable for the woman is having a large head on the penis, because a large head is going to really stimulate all those pleasure zones inside the woman. And it's this massaging from the top to the head, from the top to the head, repeat, and just grow the head, and you can get the head really quite big, and that's really the key to actually what's the most pleasurable for the woman.
Getting the head bigger.
Yeah,
is a good
yeah,
one,
getting a bigger
guys.
head. Yeah,
Literally, yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so yeah, that was really interesting. Thanks again for sharing, Jade. Harry Holistic Health with Jade Lotus on why penis size really doesn't matter. So peace out.